Hey everyone, Wander here, and welcome to the Secret of Weepstone demo. It popped up on Steam, and I figured I'd give it a shot. It is a dungeon crawler RPG, but I guess your party is made up of just kind of random folks at a tavern. Not your, really heroic adventurers. These are more kind of your skullduggery characters. And it's neat. I saw this pop up a while ago, and it looked really cool. And so I'm happy to check it out.
Nestled in the shadow of its imposing, now abandoned keep, sits the dwindling riverside village of Weepstone. But things were not always so. For in times gone by, a man from the east, known only as Raal, grew to power, waging a relentless campaign westward. After crossing the mountains into the kingdom of Talesworth, he established his seat of power and constructed a stronghold from which to oversee his lands. He called this stronghold Weepstone Keep. Many wondered what compelled this mysterious and seemingly unstoppable warrior to end his bloody campaign in this place. But the years were good to Weepstone and its people, their harvests unfailingly robust, and their industries the envy of neighbors both near and far. However, Raal would not live forever, and upon his death, his lands passed to his eldest son, Byron. And thus began the troubled times. Long past are the seasons of plenty for Weepstone and its people, whose fields now sit barren, the people forsaken by the good fortunes they once took for granted. To the astonishment of many, Byron abandoned Weepstone Keep for a modest manor on a hill near the town, and forbade anyone to return to its halls. Now the town barely survives, mostly as an unwelcome stop along a trade route used by merchants too impatient to travel the hospitable roads of the south. Only the trapped or the desperate continue to call this bleak place their home. Our story begins here, on a night of ill omen, as the people of Weepstone have been called to the tavern for reasons unknown.
Good people of Weepstone, I've summoned you here to discuss a matter of grave importance. My brother and your lord, Byron, has fallen ill. He is rarely conscious. His nights are fraught with fevered dreams and terrible nightmares. The healers know not what ails him. In his half-waking state, he mumbles incoherently of Weepstone Keep, the castle that our father built, our childhood home. I can only hope that it is there where answers may lie. Are there any among you willing to delve into that forsaken place to find the source of Byron's torment? I will not lie. There is undoubtedly great danger waiting for any who venture there, in the form of both man and beast. While the keep and its contents have been forbidden since our exile, I hereby decree that any brave enough to take on this task may enter, explore, and importantly, keep what they may find within its walls. Who among you will take up this duty? I need 6 volunteers. Please, I would rather not have my hand forced to choose.
Okay, so we have... Oh, okay, so we have a musician, we have a stable hand. Oh boy. Okay, future class magic user, unavailable in demo. Unavailable in demo, unavailable in demo. Okay, we have Ray Wyatt. Middle-aged dwarven blacksmith exiled for the capital city of Talesworth for crafting items forbidden by the Guild of Artificers. Asked about his peg leg, the story changes every time. Future class dwarf. Wait, but... Man, that'd be like saying future class human for me. Like, what am I before then? Let's see. Yeah, so it seems like a lot of these characters do not currently go in the party. So let's...
I said I would stick to plows and horseshoes. But I still know how to swing a hammer. I'll go.
Okay, so we're looking for a cleric. Guess her Delagram. In her youth, Della was a housekeeper for Lord Byron's father, Raal, in Weepstone Keep. She now spends her time gardening with her husband, Egbert, known affectionately as Ma Della to the children of the town.
I'll go. I'm not as young as I once was. but maybe my years at the keep will be of some help.
Where you go, I go, I love. You know that.
So that's fun. They're a solid pair. You have to pick both of them. Egbert once served as the cook in Lord Byron's father at Weepstone Keep. Loves only two things, his wife Della and a perfectly cooked meal. Though mostly retired, he's been known to dust off his knives for a feast day. Okay. So we probably need another melee fighter. Yeah, so it looks like we pretty much only have the people on the left. Let's go for Starla. Has known the day she would die since she was a child. At least that's what her cultist parents taught her. She ran away to avoid being their ritual sacrifice and maybe avoid her fate.
It is beyond me to make this choice. This path has already been chosen for me.
Tatum Harlow. It would be easy to write off Tatum as a moron if it weren't for the fact that occasionally he's shockingly smart. However, the townsfolk have generally decided that every village needs an idiot and sometimes they volunteer. Poor guy.
Okay. What's the keep?
Tugger Barnes looks rough for whatever age he actually is, and depending on the time of day, only half sober at best. But Tugger will tell you that any day now he's got a plan to turn it around, or the kid. No one's sure where the kid is from. Never spoken a word to anyone. Only those new to town would be unwise enough to leave anything valuable unattended when he's nearby.
And so the unlikely party set out for the keep, arriving at the gates just as the evening light began to fail.
Oh, hell yeah. This is just classic, like, old school tabletop RPG campaign, even down to the books and the dice, and oh, that looks good. I'd actually love it if they produced a physical version of this. Just because. I'm also a really big fan of this, visual style. Okay. Click to move, but first I'm going to go into the options and mess with some beans. Oh well. Combat text speed should be fine. Oh, interesting. It's a first-person crawler, stone statue.
One can only assume the formidable visage on this statue is Rahl himself. The left hand holds a small shield, while the right hand holds a lion-headed scepter.
Interesting. Move arm.
The arm seems to be designed to act as a lever and is already in the down position.
Okay, anything in here? No.
The party lifts with their combined might, but can do little to move the steel portcullis. There must be another way. One can only assume that...
Okay, so search for traps. But when interacting with objects, you can change which character is doing the interacting. Some characters are better at certain things depending on their attributes. Okay, ability tests are based on a character attribute, such as wisdom or strength, must roll under a certain percentage. Oh, so this is doing the Dragonbane thing. Or is it Dragonbane? I guess it's both Dragonbane, old school D&D, and then also, Delta Green does this, I believe. Private roll, so we do not know. Cleverly concealed within the mechanism is a needle trap waiting to prick the careless. It is now safely disarmed. Ooh. Well, we don't have something to put into that, so we're just going to ignore it for now. So this is not a tile-based dungeon crawler. Oh, and it's got the full... The map is the thing. But yeah, so I'm actually able to go back and forth here. That's some really nice lighting. I can see some people bouncing off of this.
Spartan beds and matching foot chests hint at this room's use as a barrack of some kind. The ravages of looters and time have been unkind, leaving it in shambles. A makeshift structure built from bed frames dominates the rear of the chamber.
Okay. Got a sling. 1d4. She's already got it, so I don't actually know how good any of these are going to be. But I figure I can drop them or maybe sell them if I'm allowed to leave. If not, I will just find a handy and convenient chest that I can drop stuff off on. Oh.
The sound of small boots disturbs the quiet of the room as small figures burst forth from the haphazard barricade. They brandish crude weapons and seem particularly intent on defending their hideout.
Combat! First we'll roll initiative, see who goes first. Your dice are black, the enemy's dice are green. Party goes first. Okay. 3 rows, front, middle, and back. Characters using melee weapons can only attack enemies directly in front of them. Reach weapons, like spears, can attack up to 2 rows away. Slings can attack at any distance. Click your melee to attack. This guy looks concerning. 18. Good hit. Or a bad one. Hard to say. Near death. Okay. Let's see if we can just take him out. I guess he doesn't have a weapon, so I should give him the spear. Let's see what we can do about this. That still hit? Okay. This character's not in the front row, but they have a close range weapon equipped. Okay, so we can change inventory stuff in rounds. Okay, nothing to attack. Escape or right click to cancel. Pass. Oh, yeah, I already used up the sling. 7 is a miss. So this is going full D&D here. Honestly, pretty cool with that. Oof. Nat 20s are not great for me. Okay, double clicking an in-range enemy is a shortcut for attacking with your equipped weapon. That's a miss. Okay, options. I'm gonna boost the combat text speed and the dice speed. Let's go a little faster. Okay, magic scrolls are single-use items. Arcane scrolls can only be used by magic users and elves. Divine scrolls are used by clerics. Your party members start unskilled, level 0 common folk. Their true class and abilities remain dormant until they reach level 1. However, since this character has arcane potential, they can use scrolls at level 0. Let's hit the guy in the back. Out of range, pass. See if we can take him out. There we go. And then there was one. Ouch. Boy, Wyatt is whiffing it hard today. And I really gotta give him an actual weapon. Okay, enemy experience, gold, total experience. Okay, so now that we've done that, what do we have in the area? And how do I heal? We get a +1 dagger. I see, I put the elf in front because she has a little bit more HP. How do I... inventory? Okay. I'm gonna give him the spear for now. So he's got a rusty dagger. So we got the +1 dagger, +1 dagger. So what is that? Loaded teddy bear. Stuffed with metal pellets. Swings like a flail. That's fun. Okay. Can I leave and go heal? Because Yeah, and it doesn't look like I can save. No, I'm super stuck in here. Okay. Yeah, so how does this game handle resting or character death? I don't know. I think I might go back to the previous spot that I went to. Because that seemed like it has maybe... I mean, definitely a couple more doors along here.
This door is wedged shut by the damp and refuses to open despite your best efforts.
Hack it down, barrel into it. Success. Busted it open.
Though humble, these quarters were clearly reserved for a captain or leader of the keep's guard. The contents of this room appear mostly untouched over the years, as various papers and a book sit undisturbed upon a wooden desk.
Okay, Captain's journal.
My thoughts of late are greatly troubled, and my faith in our Lord falters. That priestess, Lorona, and her jealously guarded activities beneath the keep bring me great concern. If the captain of his lord's guard is not permitted to venture below to the Undercroft, one can only imagine why.
Got a scroll of lightning. Okay, what else do we have? Runes. We can't, like, take a break or anything. No, it doesn't look like it. Hopefully we get the ability to heal in some way, because it'd be pretty... It'd be a shame if I can't heal.
A foul odor pervades this place. A smell so heinous it is beyond description. A sitting board runs the length of the far wall, with 3 openings. Despite the buzzing flies, you hear the faintest sound of rushing water that seems to be coming from the farthest hole.
I am so glad I was not born in medieval times.
Peering into the opening shows a drop that leads out of sight and into absolute darkness, farther than any sane person would attempt to climb, unless, of course, they wished for certain death. You hear the sound of rushing water coming from below.
Yeah, I don't think we want to hop in that anytime soon. If at all. Okay, so this, I guess, is kind of a dead end, but we got a scroll of lightning, which is probably good.
This door is not locked, but it refuses all attempts to open it. No discernible sound. You attack the door.
Okay, so we can't do anything to that one. Maybe it opens from the other side. Hard to tell. Why are there so many torches in this dungeon? Like, who lit them all?
This stately but smaller hall seems to have served as a gallery of sorts. Crumbled detritus of carved busts and toppled plinths lie in shambles across the floor. The only remnants that hint at the original grandeur of this place are the large tapestries that still hang on the opposing walls, dominating the space.
Okay. These are some nice murals, though I'm not entirely sure what we're dealing with here. A lot of triangles. Oh, we can interact with them.
Spans a great mural dominating the entire stretch of wall. A man, most likely Ral himself, sits astride his great warhorse. He brandishes an outstretched sword at the body of a fallen foe, flanked by his imposing host. Depicted in the mural that spans the length of this side of the hall is the silhouette of a man standing in front of what looks like a calm pool of water. Though at first it appears to be merely a pool in a cavern, the exacting geometric carvings that decorate the hewn stone walls are of unsettling design.
Okay, I came in there, so we can go through this. Now, does this just loop me back to where I've already been? Or both of these... Ah, both of these go down. I don't think there's another door, so I'll just have to descend. This honestly kind of makes me think of Dungeons of Nahelbeck.
This door is locked and won't budge. You hear?
Effectively, this feels like somebody made a mega dungeon for a D&D campaign and then said, hey, we've already got like some of the assets and the dungeon layout.
At the center of this room seems long dormant, but the smell of coke and coal still permeates every inch. Crates, barrels, and scattered ashes are scant reminders that this was once the beating heart of the keep.
Let's see. You know, you've already got the lore, you've already got the...
You lean in, lighting the forge with your torch. It is indeed lit, but only just.
Let's see, what was I going to say? You know...
The forge begins heating up as you pump the bellows, but the embers remain quite cold.
Yeah, do we even have anything in the melting pot?
That item doesn't...
Okay. I think we need to find an ingot or something to make whatever that is. Oh. Fair enough.
You've already got one of those.
Okay, melting pot, use item. There's the ingot. Do nothing. Okay.
As more air... The forge is as hot as it's going to get. The heat feels good in this cold, forgotten place. As the steel ingot melts, the molten steel flows into the indentation and drains out through a hole. You seem to be missing something.
Oh, I was assuming it would already be there. But no, so we've got to find a mold of some kind, and it doesn't look like we've got one in this room at the very least.
A filthy, disheveled man holding a knife cowers in the corner while eyeing you cautiously. Makeshift bedding and various personal effects lie in disarray. The smell is pungent.
What are you lot doing in here?
We're on a mission on the behalf of the Lord of Weepstone, or his brother at least.
Curse that place and everyone in it. Like them bastards were more than happy to see the back of Old Creek.
But we came from Weepstone?
Well, I guess there's no accounting for taste. So, mysterious wanderers, what can someone like Old Creek do for you?
Have you found anything out of the ordinary in the keep?
Other than all the creatures who want me dead, nothing in particular. No.
There's safety in numbers. You shouldn't be here in here alone. Would you like to join our party?
Sure. If you'll have Old Creek.
We can just have more party members. Okay. Let's see. Crig. Let's see. Melee, 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 close. He's an exile. Alignment, chaos. Law, chaos. Chaos, neutral, neutral. Okay. Doesn't look like it can do anything around here. I was not expecting to be able to just, like, expand the party like so, but hey. Okay, I've already done it. I mean, I guess it isn't the worst idea while some of these characters are wounded. He's got a spear. He's just got the blacksmith's hammer. Dagger. Yeah, so not the best weapons that we can possibly use at the moment, but it's better than nothing. Because, yeah, we can at least take a hit. If we need to.
The smith's quarters are Spartan and humble, but must have once been a comfortable respite from the heat and ringing of the forge after a long day's labors.
Key mold. There's our mold. Might be more, too.
Yo, I'm a daft blasted idiot. I just can't seem to keep my head on straight anymore these days. 1. Reforge the armory key for the 3rd time this year. 2. Finish up Larona's set of fancy daggers. 3. Ask the apothecary about these blasted nightmares.
Okay, anything else in here? No. So we can at least get the... key mold. Grab a steel ingot. Use item. Ingot. At least we didn't have to reheat the rest of this.
As the ingot begins to melt, the steel slowly oozes into the mold. After a few minutes, the newly forged key is just barely cool enough to handle.
Alright, pick up the key. Pick up the key mold. I'm gonna put the key mold and leave it in there. If we need to hot swap things at a later date, we can. Just not terribly necessary. Okay. So there's a couple of things that I still can go back for. Doesn't seem like we have randomized encounters. Which is nice. Oh. Oh, there is... Oh, right. There's a door, but it's currently blocked. So, no dice on that one. We've done all of this, so it's whatever's here or maybe here. Oh. Unless it is this door. This is the armory. Could be.
This door is locked.
Yep.
Your entrance
boy.
startles the large, scuttling creature that seems to have been nibbling on what remains of an axe blade. It rears up in surprise, emitting an eerie, chittering noise.
It's a rust monster. Which is technically bad for me. Okay. See if we actually can hit him. Damaged. Yeah. We might be able to take it out before it can do anything. There's a crit. Nope. Well, depends on her. Nope, beans. Iron Belly, rare. Miss. But has 2 attacks. Double miss. Okay, perfect. But yeah, I have actually considered this in the past for myself. Like, hey, if I made like a big dungeon crawl RPG, could I actually turn that into a video game with some effort?
The earthy smell of rusting metal and leather gone to rot fill this chamber that clearly once served as an armory. Moldering armor and rusting weapons sit in chaotic piles, strewn without care and long forgotten.
Okay, so now we've got gear and equipment
These
that we can grab.
weapons have been corroded beyond use by the Iron Belly's fetid bile.
Beans. A small shield. A morning star. Rusty spear. Another small shield. I wonder when these guys get to level up.
A grinding noise, followed by the sound of metal scraping on stone, echoes from deep within the keep.
Okay. Not seeing too much else in here. It's just those. Okay. Inventory management time. So, at least for the moment. Yeah, he's got the dagger. He's got the hammer. What for the Morning Star and the shield? Oh, we should probably put the shield on him. Because he's got nothing. This kid has at least got a higher dexterity. So they can kind of dodge. Experience is... Oh, okay, so the more party members we have, the less experience we get. Yeah, this is absolutely a dungeon crawl classic right here. I haven't actually messed around with DCC as a tabletop RPG system. I played Advanced Dungeons and Dragons back in the day, so technically I have. But I haven't felt terribly motivated to crack it out more recently. I don't know, I like more modern systems for the most part.
This door is not... No discernible... You attack the...
Okay, so where's this grinding noise? Because I would have assumed it would have been this.
The party lifts with their combined...
But it is not. So unless I can suddenly... Yeah, I don't know. Unless a hidden wall moved somewhere. Because at this point I actually don't really see where I'm supposed to go. Which is a little dodgy. You'd think you'd have the run of at least some of the dungeon first. Mostly from the perspective of like, wait, if you're immediately reliant on a secret door, secret wall situation, you as a, like, whoever lives in the castle is going to have a bad time. Maybe. And maybe it's one of those that they leave it open and it's only concealed when it's hidden. I guess that's probably the case. Ah, here we go. There's another iron lever in here that I just walked past. I'm sure somebody noticed it. I just was looking around the way.
Followed by the sound of metal scraping on stone, echoes from deep within the keep.
I guess it makes sense. It's not that secret, but it is convoluted. But no, I guess that also makes sense. I'm just sleepy and it's easy to miss details. Probably.
A large, barren courtyard opens before you, complete with mature trees and cobblestone walkways. As you cross the threshold, a sprinkling of pebbles and dust rain down from above. From atop the towering walls surrounding the courtyard, a group of screeching kobolds vault the parapets and descend upon you.
Oof. Uh-oh. Please just all miss. Dang. Well, at least he can take the hit. Yeah, it's a good thing I gave him a shield. Not that it's mattered yet. But definitely gonna have to work on that. Let's see. These guys all have shields. But they're not that hard to hit. Which is good. Alright, so far so good. Let's see. Probably just go for their front line. As a hit. Shockingly. Okay. Do we want to probably just aim for this guy? Yeah. Oof. Nothing. So far, so kind of good. Then it's just these guys in melee. Killed him. Hit for 2. Hopefully we get the ability to heal sooner than later. And that's it. Unfortunately, that's 121 experience divided across 6 characters, so, yeah, it's going to take a long time for any of these characters to hit level 1. 7 characters now. It's a little rough. I don't like the looks of her. So let's honestly leave that. We need to find a place where I can do a long rest. This looks a little smaller.
Despite your best efforts.
Okay, refuses to budge, so no dice on that one. I mean, who knows? Maybe she's friendly.
Despite your best efforts.
Well, this is fun. Time to go interact with the creepy lady. Hey, creepy lady.
You there? Who are you that dares enter this sacred place?
We've come on the path of the Lord of Weepstone to explore the keep.
Truly, I'm surprised the ignorant fool still lives. I would see you clearer. Come closer. Now. It would be rude to not introduce myself to guests. I am Laronia, the ever-faithful. You say you've come on behalf of Byron. How does he fare? Still a craven, I presume?
He's fallen ill, plagued by troubled dreams.
How tragic. Maybe he'll pull through.
There's no time for this. What do you know of Lord Byron's illness?
I know of ways to end his suffering. Let me show you.
Well, that's rude. At least we go first. Having a, going first here is probably going to help. Unless she just kills the shit out of all of my guys, at which point, oof. Maybe I should have aimed with the other guy. He's got the +1 hammer. Oh well. We seem to be doing okay. Haven't been missing much, which is pleasant. Oh, I should swap her. Give him the spear, maybe. Well, we actually managed to damage her. Okay, save versus magic staff, success. She didn't actually hit us. Miss. That's not great. Critical miss. What even happens when you crit miss? I don't know. Well, luckily we seem to actually be doing decent damage to her. We just have to not miss with all of these hits. Oh, I jinxed it. Well, that worked out.
I must have misinterpreted the omens. Today, he calls for me. It matters not. I am only a servant in his grand designs. It has already begun.
And with that, the spark of life fades from the mad priestess, leaving behind naught but a dead-eyed rictus.
Looks like that's it for the demo. Hope you enjoyed the demo for The Secret of Weepstone. The game is a love letter to the art and playstyle of classic RPGs from the 80s that we love so much. The demo represents just a small slice. Yep. Seems about right. Yeah, that was pretty good. Obviously, extremely limited in options. I'm curious to see more. Big thing I liked is it's not actually grid-based, even though the map is, and everything else about it screams classic tile-based dungeon crawler. I do actually appreciate that I can fully move about just because it feels a little bit more comfortable to me. I do wish there was a hustle button just so I can move a little faster. The walk speed is a little slow. Maybe even one of those where it's like if it's a tile you've been through before, you move a little faster. Maybe? I don't know. I'm curious about the different, like, character building. It seemed like there was a decent amount of item variety. Not really seeing anything that isn't, like, just, hey, this is D&D again, but I like D&D, so it's kind of easy enough to be, like, excited for it. I honestly wish Wizards of the Coast had put out more games like this one. I know they used to back in the, like, early pre-3D pixel art, if even, days. But they kind of... That kind of dropped off, and you know, we got some bangers. We had Neverwinter Nights and Baldur's Gate and whatnot, but there's something about just a good old classic Temple of Elemental Evil dungeon crawl, and I don't feel like we get enough of those, especially from, like, I mean, Wizards of the Coast and Dungeons and Dragons. It feels like they're really chasing the, hey, but what if we went hard, you know, going for blockbusters, only blockbusters. I don't know, D&D just doesn't really scream blockbuster for me, even if, yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 did extremely well, and I liked the movie. It still feels like they'd be better going for just smaller, more charming things than anything else, but alas. Either way, Secret of Weepstone very much hits that niche in a way that I adore, and am looking forward to more. But for now, at least, I might as well mention that the demo is available on Steam right now. If you want to try it yourselves, you're not going to see more than what I just played, but you can at least give it a shot yourselves, see how it feels, see how it looks, etc., etc. And you can also add it to your wish list and check it out when the game launches. But for now, I guess if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like. It helps the more that you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. Oh, and of course, I should mention developers, if you're listening to this, please, for the love of everything, put voice acting on a separate sound slider. This is imperative considering you've got a great narrator. He is too quiet. All of the voice acting is too quiet compared to the ambiance and the music, and I want to be able to crank them up and turn everything else down. But the rest of it is amazing. Anyway, with that, thanks for watching. See you next time.